Have you ever made a decision you deeply regret? A choice so monumentally wrong that its consequences ripple outwards, touching everyone around you? For King David, one such decision didn't just cause embarrassment or financial loss, it unleashed a horror that swept across his kingdom, a tide of death that claimed 70,000 lives. This isn't a campfire story, it's a chilling account recorded in the ancient texts, a tale of pride, punishment, and a terrifying glimpse into divine wrath. The story begins with a simple, almost administrative act. King David, ruler of Israel, decided he wanted to count his people. He wanted to know the strength of his fighting men, to take a census. On the surface, it seems logical, a prudent move for any leader. His top general, Joab, was horrified. He begged the king not to do it. He saw the pride lurking beneath the surface, the king's desire to measure his own strength, to rely on numbers instead of faith. But David was resolute. The order was given. For over 9 months, Joab and his commanders traveled the length and breadth of the land. From the river Arnon to the great city of Sidon, they counted. The final tally was staggering: 800,000 valiant men in Israel who could draw the sword, and in Judah, 500,000 men, a formidable army by any standard. When the numbers were presented to David, a cold dread finally pierced his pride. The scripture says his heart struck him. He knew he had sinned. He prayed for forgiveness, admitting his foolishness. But the deed was done, and the heavens had taken notice. The next morning, a prophet named Gad came to David with a message from God. It was not a message of instant forgiveness, but of choice. A terrible, impossible choice. 3 options were laid before the king, 3 forms of punishment for his hubris: 7 years of famine across the land, 3 months of fleeing from his enemies, hunted in his own kingdom, or 3 days of pestilence, a plague sent by God himself. Imagine the weight of that decision. Each option was a nightmare. Famine would mean watching his people starve, the slow, agonizing death of the young and the old. Fleeing from his enemies meant humiliation, chaos, and the potential collapse of his entire kingdom. And the third option, a pestilence, an unseen, unstoppable killer, moving silently through towns and villages. David, in his despair, made his choice. He said, "Let us fall into the hand of the Lord, for his mercy is great. But let me not fall into the hand of man." He chose the plague, and so it began. The Lord sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning until the appointed time. An angel of death moved across the land. It was swift, indiscriminate, and utterly devastating. From Dan in the north to Beersheba in the south, people fell, healthy one moment, gone the next. Panic and terror must have gripped the nation as the death toll mounted with terrifying speed. In just 3 days, 70,000 men lay dead, 70,000 families were shattered, 70,000 futures were erased because of one man's prideful decision. As the angel of death reached Jerusalem, its hand outstretched to destroy the holy city, God relented. He saw the devastation and commanded the angel, "It is enough. Now stay your hand." The plague stopped at the threshing floor of a man named Araunah. It was there that David, witnessing the terrifying angel standing between heaven and earth with a drawn sword, fell on his face. He built an altar on that very spot, a place of sacrifice and atonement, desperate to end the horror he had unleashed. The story serves as a terrifying reminder that even for the powerful, some decisions carry a cost too terrible to comprehend. Thanks for watching.